Hello, y'all. I know, it's been a while, but welcome to my channel, Blissfully Single Bean. I'm your homegirl, Bean, and I'm your blissfully single one. First of all, before I go into my review, happy Super Bowl Sunday, but I'm ready to love. My review for Ready to Love, season 15, episode 1. It's been a minute since I've been watching the shows because as the seasons went on and you haven't seen anyone really commit or no real couples come out of it, I kind of fell off. But this season, I thought it was going to be in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta now, going on 3 years. I was hyped. Oh, I'm going to see Atlanta. I'm going to see some Midtown landmark. What's up? But then when I pulled up the app, I was like, wait, Philadelphia? I was a touch bit disappointed. I really was. But I'm like, you know what? It's set in Philly. I used to live in Philly. Go Birds. So let me give it a watch. And I'm really happy I did because I must say, for the first episode, it was rather entertaining. But before I go into all that, what do you think about this group of men and women? I'm thinking like the eye candy. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's the best looking crop they've had in a few seasons now. Like you got some guys that giving just eye can't, and then you got some cute, pretty girls too. I think just based on the visual, this is a better looking group of people. So first, Deanna's up. Immediately, I liked Deanna's energy. She had a very calming energy about her as soon as she stepped up behind the camera. So I did like her. My only wish, right away, my only wish for Deanna was that she wore something that complemented her frame a little bit more. The dress looked too tight or too small. I just remember when she was sitting down at the picnic table, it was like the jugs were like spilling out. The skirt was crying for dear God to cover up that beautiful caboose. It looked a little bit ill-fitting. I just wish she maybe consulted with a stylist, but I know it's the first season. We're just in TV now. Y'all ain't got the resources yet. I get it, but I just wish you would have dressed a little bit better. Deanna meets up with Naeem. Naeem is a cutie. And those beautiful almond-shaped eyes is telling me, or it's giving a touch of Asian. Nothing wrong with that. Just making an observation. So Deanna and Naeem start having pretty dry conversation. You can tell there was no sparks between the two. But Naeem does have a very interesting story. First of all, Naeem is adopted. Naeem is a personal trainer, and I believe he owns a health store in Germantown. I used to live in Germantown when I lived in Philly. So I was like, oh, shout out to you, Naeem. Boom. Angie steps in the room. Angie, pretty lady, she has a interesting story as well. She was living her best life. She was engaged at one point. And then her fiance, they were about to get married. She was about to have, a princess wedding, everything. But then her fiance had a heart attack and died, which is like crazy. And the fact that she's still looking for love, if I lost someone that close to me, I'll probably be closed up and drink until my liver gives way. But, good for her for continuing to look for love. Then Eddie. Hubba, Eddie. Oh, Eddie looks good. Eddie looks good. Eddie is tall. Eddie has the pretty eyes. Like he's giving major eye candy. I was like, between looking at Naeem, then Eddie, I'm like, oh, this is a really handsome crop of men. Good job, Tommy and them. But he steps in the room. He's just looking beautiful with his luscious beard or whatever. Kiara comes through. My first thought when I saw Kiara, oh girl, you are so pretty. She is so pretty and has a very feminine energy about her. Just really girly doll. The wig or the weave was wigging or weaving. She looked really, really good. However, my only hope for Kiara is that Kiara is as pretty on the inside as she is on the outside. Because in her first confessional, she said something about, I'll see if I allow you to date me. Girl, come again? So then Jay comes through the room. Again, very, very handsome. You know who he's giving? Jay looks like Proswell from the Fugees. Pros. Is he in jail yet? Wasn't he going through some legal stuff and he got convicted? Is he serving any jail time? If you're watching and you know, please drop it in the comments. But anyway, Jay comes through. Jay works in cybersecurity. A friend of mine always says that guys who work in cybersecurity or IT tend to be weirdos, so I'm just waiting for the weirdo factor to come out. I haven't seen it as of yet, but boom, he's there. He's a single dad of 2 kids. I always give, because most of the time when you see single parenting, it's usually the mom who's a single parent. When I see men who are single parents, oh my God, it really does make my heart melt. If I was on the show, I'd be probably trying to talk to Jay just off the fact that he's a single parent and he knows the struggle. Shout out to our single parents. Boom. So then Tommy comes in to meet the new crop of singles. And then I remember at this point I was watching thinking, this doesn't look like a lot of contestants. Didn't they have more contestants in prior seasons? But then I got my answer a little bit later. Stay tuned. Tommy comes in. Tommy introduces himself to the singles. And then Tommy proceeds to lie on Beyonce's internet talking about Ready to Love is the most successful dating experience in all 10 seasons. What? Tommy, nephew, please stop lying to these good people out here. Please stop playing. Because when you look at Ready to Love, in comparison to other dating shows, Ready to Love has been the worst performing in terms of actually connecting people. And when I say connecting people, Ready to Love has, at this point, has never had a marriage come from it. But when you look at shows like Love is Blind, you have multiple married people. Bliss and Zach just had a baby girl. Like, shout out to Bliss. But Ready to Love, like, every time couples get together, they break up within a month or 2. So I'm trying to figure out, what metrics are you using for success? Don't be lying to these people, Tommy. Stop. That being said, they're going to have a Ready to Love, the first Ready to Love wedding. Again, the fact that you've been on 10 seasons and this is the first Ready to Love wedding, you played yourself with that comment, Tommy. Still love you though. Still love you. It's Camille and Cornelius getting married. I did watch their season. I don't remember much about this couple, to tell you the truth. I want to say Camille was a little bit obnoxious, but I think I'm mixing her up with Carmen, the lady with the green eyes that looks like a bullfrog. But yeah, they're getting married. Tommy's officiating. They have the 2 people or witnesses stand in for them or whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't believe that this wedding is legitimate. I need to see a marriage license before I believe that. They go through the motions, they get married, and you know, the contestants are there. Oh my God, I hope this is me someday. Well, hope, but if you really wanted love or marriage, you'd be on another dating show, not this one. Camille throws the bouquet. Angie yanks it out of Kiara's hands with the strength of God. I'm like, Angie, I'm going to need you to bring it down a little bit at this point, because really, it's really not that serious. Wayne is another one of the singles, and he's having a conversation with Angie. Angie, it looks like she's taking a liking to Wayne. Again, Wayne, he's giving good stuff. Oh, I love the chocolate skin. I love he had the locks, but it was like, it wasn't your regular locks. They were dressed up or prepared in a different way. It looked really, really cute. But Angie immediately takes a liking to Wayne, and they kind of connect and vibe. So at this point, you know, the couples are getting to know each other. We see who the major players are. We do have a couple of red flags at this point, though. Naeem, cutie Naeem. Naeem has 3 baby mothers and 5 kids. Hard stop, hard pass. And I think Kiara felt the same way, because she said very delicately, well, you know what? I don't want to, get involved in all that messiness. Kiara thanked him for his services and kind of sent Naeem on his way. I don't blame her. Will has been married twice, and each marriage has lasted 1 year. Yeah, this is not a man that understands commitment. It would be a no for me too. Plus, Kiara says he played too much. He played too much. You play too much. Jay and True have a really cringy conversation. I believe True is around 44, 45 years old, which I really, really like, because I am 46, and it's nice watching shows with people who are your age. There's a comforting factor in that. That being said, this Jay and True conversation is so cringy to me, like seriously cringy. I want to preface this by saying, when I look at my earlier reviews, I do tend to be male identified. So as I review this season, I want to take more of a critical look at everything, and I want to deliver a balanced assessment and not always lean towards the guy's sides. That being said, this conversation between Jay and True, Miss True, you were doing way too much. It was weird. He was explaining that he's been with his baby's mom's 11 years or whatever, and he was like, we broke up, and I've just been out here just being a player. She was like, player? That whole word player threw her off. When she heard the word player, the way that True processed it was, oh, he's a hoe. He's trying to explain to her, but really, that's not what I meant. And she was like, all right, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. And he goes, well, I was in a relationship for 11 years. And she was like, you were in a relationship for 11 years? That is giving you don't like commitment. Bitch, what? Excuse me? First of all, me and my child's father, we're together 7-8 years. Jay's been with his ex a year over a decade, 11 years. But the time frame is the very definition of commitment. That's a long ass time to be with someone for you to turn around and say, it's giving you don't know how to commit. Girl, are you having the same conversation? These two decide, yeah, it's a wrap, and it really should be. True was, I'm trying to be more balanced, but True was really getting me. True and that damn wig was getting on my nerves. No, man. So we get to it, deliberation time, and on the men's side, it's clear that the top two ladies are Deanna, I can agree, and Kara. I can agree as well, but with the Deanna situation, I can see her being the top because of her personality and because she's a beautiful girl. Kara, I think, is just the beauty. I haven't seen much of the inside to kind of really assess, and I can't really read her energy. I got thrown off with the earlier confessional when she was like, I'll see if I let shit ate me, because it was come off a little bit. So with the ladies, the top guys are Jay, Eddie, of course, because Eddie is fine as hell. You know, when I was in college, I had a big crush on an Eddie. Eddie. Damn. It didn't work out very well, but I hope he's doing okay. And Wayne, I like Wayne. Like, again, he's another one where I was able to get glimpses of his energy. He seems very cool, very laid back. Yeah, I'm feeling me some Eddie. I'm sorry, you too, Eddie, but I'm feeling me some Wayne as well. We get to the vote, okay, and the last two for the men is Will and Naeem. No surprise there. Will gets voted out. The bottom two for the ladies is True, and what was the lady's name? It started with SH. I didn't really call her out when the couples are getting to know each other, but she is a 35-year-old home health aide, and she's a spiritualist. And the reason why she was in the bottom two is because she really didn't connect with anyone. They all kind of saw her as the homie. She didn't make any real connections. And as the viewer on the outside looking in, I can see why. Harris, her name. Sahara gets voted out. So Will gets voted out. Sahara gets voted out. But oh, it's a curveball. They're not leaving. They're going to stick around to do another round because Tommy has 10 more singles, 5 men, 5 women coming in. And that was it. And then watching the trailer, this is going to be a messy season, and I'm absolutely here for it. So there we go. That is my review of Ready to Love. I will say, if I have to pick a favorite single on the women's side, it is definitely Deanna for me. I just love everything about her. Love the face, love the personality. So on the men's side, I like Eddie, but it's only the face. There's nothing about his personality that I can say I like. I'm not really finding, if I had to pick, my favorite would maybe be Wayne, because he seems balanced, and maybe Jay. It's the whole single father thing. It's sexy as hell to me. Well, anyway, thank you for sticking around. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'm close to 1,000. Make it happen for your girl. In the meantime, happy Super Bowl Sunday.